All right, guys, this is how to use the XLMiner in Web Excel and Google Sheets to do an ANOVA. So here I've got my ANOVA data set open. I'm in Web Excel. If you're in Google Sheets, it should look very similar. Now remember to do this, the first thing we have to do is enable our add-on. If you're in the home page and you click on this symbol, it looks like a little box, it's red. That's your add-ins. And then XLMiner, that'll get it to open. Okay. Now, since we are doing an ANOVA, I have more than 2 groups. I have 3 groups in this, and they are tested one time. We're doing a one-way ANOVA. Okay. Remember, that is a single factor ANOVA. So I'm going to click that box. And remember, this looks different from a t-test, where a t-test, we had variable 1 and variable 2. Since we are doing all of these together, we have one input range. This is to answer that first part of step 3, where I need to know, are there differences in the groups? So I'm going to highlight all of my data in one big square. I have it grouped in columns because each group has a column. There's labels, and then output range I'm going to put there. Once you have that finished, you can click OK, and it will calculate it. Now remember, we don't need all of these numbers. We only need some of them. So I'm going to close this really fast. We can bring it back later. I need my group names. I need my group averages. I need my degrees of freedom. Remember, with ANOVAs, there's 2 degrees of freedom that we need. I have my F value, and then I have my P value. So here's where we have to decide if we need to do step 3B. This is less than 0.05, which means there is a significant difference. So I must do step 3B, which is our post talks. Okay, so I know that these averages from these groups, at least one of them is different from at least one other. So now I have to figure out where that difference is. So underneath here, I'm going to put post talk tests. As we talked about in this module, to do post talk tests, you can use t-tests. That's the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to enable my XLMiner again. Since we have 3 different groups and they all have different people in them, we're going to use our independent t-test, or our 2 sample assuming equal variances, for our post hoc tests. So just like an independent t-test, except now we have to do the different combinations. So I have to do group 1 with group 2, group 1 with group 3, and group 2 with group 3, so I can tell where the differences are. Okay, so variable 1, I'm going to make group 1. Variable 2, I'm going to make group 2. Output, I'm going to put it down here and click OK. Okay, it's going to give me, make these a little bigger so I can see them. The only thing I need from this post hoc test is the names of the groups and my p-value. Okay, is that greater than or less than 0.05? This is greater than 0.05, so they are not significantly different. Okay, so these 2 groups are not significantly different. That's not what's causing this p-value up here. So let's try another one. Let's try group 1 versus group 3. So I'm going to get rid of that and go group 3. I'm going to change that and put this right here. Make that a little bigger so I can see my titles. Okay, here's my second post hoc test. I have my group 1 versus group 3. There is my p-value. That is less than 0.05. So those 2 groups are significantly different. Okay, So these two are significantly different. Now I have one more pair to check. I have to check if group 2 is significantly different from group 3. So group 2 compared to group 3. And then I'm going to put this over here off to the side. Again, I'm going to make these a little bigger. There's my names. Okay, let's look at that p-value. That one is also less than 0.05. Okay, so when I think about all of this analysis, this is step 3A. Are the differences? Yes. This pair, group 1 and group 2, they are not significantly different from each other. However, group 1 and group 2 are both significantly different from group 3. So now I have to write this up in APA formats. So I'm going to do that over here. My statistical shorthand, let's start with that. That is from my step 3A. F, because I did ANOVA. My degrees of freedom, which I got from here, equals, I'm going to say 8.8 p less than 0.05. Okay, now the paragraph. This is the big one. So first thing, tell me what you did. A one-way ANOVA was calculated to compare, what did we compare? Go back over here. 3 groups. And their, say, final exam results. In other words, how long they spent studying and their final exam results. Okay, so I have 3 groups. Some people studied 5 hours, some people studied 10 hours, some people studied 20 hours. Okay, tell me what you found. A significant difference was found. Then tell me your statistical shorthand. Okay, now this last part, I'm actually going to do in a different cell. Tell me details. In other words, what did your post hoc tests find? I always think it's helpful to write one sentence for each post hoc test, just so to keep it straight. So post hoc tests, say, revealed that group 1, and I'm going to put the mean for group 1, 76.6, was not significantly different from group 2. And then the mean for group 2 was 85.2. Okay, but, so that was this first post hoc test. What about group 1 and group 3? I'm going to say group 1 was significantly different from group 3, and the mean for group 3 was 91.6. And then the last one, group 2, mean 85.2, was significantly different than group 3. Okay, so first sentence tells me what you did. Second sentence tells me if you found a significant difference or not. And then a couple of sentences about what your post hoc tests found.